I declare, these black faces in high places don't mean diddly squat if they cannot deliver for black people. In the next editorial, I'm going to tell you what accountability looks like. And if the city still can't figure it out, well, I guess we'll have to show them what accountability looks like. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley, and as always, we welcome your feedback.
Just begun, got a temper like a gun, pointing it at everyone. That's his game, and it helps him to get through the day. But a voice inside him says, how much longer can I play? He's got infinite possibilities, I can see them now. It's the unbroken chains of his past by which he's bound.
It's time to set our intentions, set our self-care, and find our focus. This is Mindful Mondays with Saharah Ali on KBLA Talk 1580.
And what a lovely thing to start our week with, mindfulness. She is a yoga teacher, a meditation instructor, a sound bath specialist, sound healer, astrologer, numerologist, and life coach. I am talking about Saharah Ali. That means it's time for Mindful Mondays. Good morning, Saharah.
Good morning, Dominique, and good morning, KBLA family. Welcome to Mindful Monday, where we get our minds right for the week by setting positive intentions, honoring our mind, body, and spirit through meditation, prayer, and affirmation as we step unapologetically into our week, being on purpose, rooted in faith, wisdom, truth, and power. Today at 4:58 p.m., we welcome the first full moon of summer in Capricorn, traditionally known as the strawberry moon, the honey moon, or birth moon. This moon symbolizes sweetness and abundance while offering guidance and emotional management, releasing stagnation for manifestation. Under Capricorn's practical, no-nonsense energy, we're invited to reflect on the fruits of our labor, asking ourselves, what have we manifested over the last 6 months? Can we recognize how far we've come and where we're headed? What are we truly investing in, and is it worth our life force energy, our love, our time, or energy? Will it yield a return supporting our lives towards wholeness? This Capricorn full moon is not easy, and it's not a time to ignore our true value. We're deep in Cancer season, where matters of the heart and emotions rise to the surface. This lunar cycle plus Mercury retrograde is complex. It's gratitude and grief coexisting all in one. It's endings and new beginnings unfolding all at the same time. And full moons illuminate all things, including what's hidden. This is a moment of accountability, both collectively and personally. It's deep and it's simple, but yet it's about leveling up. We're asked to reflect on the values we place on our dreams, our lives, and how we are truly willing to live, rather than clinging to what may never come to pass or should have been. We're halfway through 2026 with 6 months left to honor our New Year's intentions. Our call to action is to release deferred dreams, embrace all reality manifesting in our lives, and reframing our intentions to be on purpose, trusting our innate wisdom to create real abundance. We gain clarity and empowerment through our faith, knowing we are loved by a divine power greater than ourselves. And the greatest gift of this transformational time is to know we can and will have the fruit of all labor, any labor emotionally, mentally, physically, or spiritually. And as we move into our Mindful Monday meditation, taking the journey in the world behind our eyes, give yourself permission to soften your heart, release expectations, and listen with your soul's wisdom, and mindfully let go of what's blocking clarity, fulfillment, and divine guidance. So give yourself permission to be right here, right now, to be present and open to miracles and gifts from the seen and unseen world. So take a breath, breathe. Give yourself permission to be right here, right now, anchored, centered, and grounded. And as we move into our Mindful Monday meditation, give yourself permission to relax. Breathe out any tension. Anchor your feet to the earth. And visualize a beautiful Kelly green light glowing from your head to the soles of your feet. And see this light anchoring you, grounding you, tethering you here and now in this moment. Feel your whole body illuminated in this beautiful green light. Give yourself permission to connect to your soul strength. Align with self-love and relax. Allow healing and truth to unfold from the world behind your eyes and just breathe. Breathe, trusting clarity, reclaiming your power, honoring wisdom from the Most High, and calming your mind. Calming your mind, allowing yourself to release deferred dreams, any false beliefs. Allow yourself to relax and breathe, embracing fulfillment, leaning into guidance, trusting empowerment, and picking up your inner strength. Breathe, relax, and promise yourself. Promise yourself to live with joy, loving all of who you are, and surrender to this moment feeling centered, grounded, and quiet your mind and open your heart and allow yourself to pick up your power, trusting and knowing in this transformational time, you can have it all. And as you relax and as you hold the space of this beautiful green light healing your mind, your body, and your spirit, open yourself to our Mindful Monday affirmation for the week. Relax and listen. Today I honor my wholeness, trusting the process of abundance flowing into my life with love. Today I honor my wholeness, trusting the process of abundance flowing into my life with love. Relax and bring that in. Breathe as you slowly allow yourself to be anchored and grounded, coming back to present time. Giving yourself permission to trust the process of abundance flowing into your life. Giving yourself permission to reframe where you're standing and anchor yourself in the truth of going forward to the future, leaving the past behind and anything no longer serving your highest good. And as you bring your awareness back, holding the space of glowing in this beautiful healing light, attracting to you your highest good, place your palms down onto your thighs. Breathe, anchoring feelings of relaxation, committing to honoring the wholeness within you, bringing your mind and body back to present time. Slowly open your eyes if they were closed and be right here, right now. And acknowledge this feeling and anchor it. I thank you, Dominique, to have a smiling, Miles, and the 1580 KBLA family. Have an unapologetically mindful, blessed week, trusting the process of abundance flowing into your life with love, honoring the wholeness within you.
I thought dogs were the ones that were supposed to howl at the moon. We got cats howling at the moon.
Well, you're going to have cats and birds and everything howling at the moon. Because this is, it's all about, as they would say, as my grandmother would say, it's all about the Father's business. It's all about God's business. And so this is a halfway point of checking in. What business are you about? What business have you been about? It's time to let go of the deferred dreams and to really know that you can have it. Capricorn is the business person of the zodiac. So what kind of business do you want to have? You want to have good business? You want to have bad business? And we have Mercury retrograde.
Right, so we're out of the retro shade now, right? Now we're into the actual retrograde itself.
Straight up.
Retrogrande.
Retrogrande for sure.
Retro mucho.
And we have Jupiter moving into Leo, and this is why we go big or go home, because Leo is grand. It's the sun. Jupiter's expansion, and the sun is the expression of our life force energy. Plus, today is a palindrome day. It's a 6, 29, 26, both ways, but it's a number 9 for completion. So this is a really powerful full moon energy, and it's about understanding that karma is real, and know blessings are supposed to circulate, and our feelings are not problems to fix. They're messages from the Most High and our innate wisdom sharing insight so that we can heal, so that we can change, and that we can level up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always appreciate your constructive analysis, because a lot of folks get into gloom and doom and Chicken Little around Mercury retrograde. And while I do believe that is in some ways well founded, it's also, there's always opportunity, and fear doesn't help us. So,
well, the gift of this Mercury retrograde, what's done in the dark comes to the light. And the other part of Mercury retrograde, if you lost something, you'll probably find it now.
What if you lose it on Mercury retrograde? Now I can't find my earbuds. I turned my whole house upside down. Does that mean I have to wait till the next Mercury retrograde to find them suckers?
No. So you say there's no loss in divine mind.
There's no loss in divine mind.
Right, and I give myself permission to find my earbuds, and if I don't, then that's okay to buy some new ones.
Yes, indeed. I mean, it is true that, and you've said this many times, but I like to remind us that finishing old business, something you started but never finished, cleaning out closets, reconnecting with lost friends or estranged family members, reviewing history, those kinds of things are really favored in this energy, right?
Yes, and the biggest part is with this Capricorn and strawberry moon and the fruitfulness of it all, whatever you've been working on, whatever you are passionate about, and where there's been stagnation in you completing this dynamic that you're passionate about, the opportunity is to complete it now and reap the fruit of the labor and the delay or the procrastination. It's time to give yourself permission to trust and know that it is important for us or you or everybody else to know your dreams can come true. So stop deferring your own dreams and get focused and get busy and commit to the wholeness that you're seeking and the fulfillment of whatever it is you're creating.
DJ Black 909 says June's full moon may not be red like its name suggests, but its glow is just as magical. Take a moment tonight to look up and soak in the cosmic beauty. And he also says, hello, strawberry full moon. Prince wrote about the cherry moon, but maybe he had the wrong fruit. Really, he meant the strawberry moon. Can you stay with me for a few more minutes, Saharah Ali? Sure. I know you're a busy woman. Okay, because I'm a take my retrograde precautions and try to stay on this clock. We'll continue the convo, and you're always welcome in when we come forward, only right here.
Thanks for starting your morning off with a voice that speaks truth to power and the powerless, getting to the heart of what matters most in our community. This is where authentic conversation meets real action. From breaking news and politics to culture and community solutions, this is where you hear perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. This is where we come together, get informed, and make change happen. You're inside First Things First with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Good morning, sunshine. You make my day. Wishing happy birthday to KBLA. 5 years old, yeah, with more that's coming your way. Congratulations, come on, y'all, let's celebrate. Happy birthday to KBLA. Look, 5 years deep and we still going up. Built it from the ground, never real, no one else. Real talk on the air, then the truth get heard. Every day the proof getting served. He had a vision and he stayed with the plan. Now they tapped in from the beach to the land. Never back down, 7 days of the week, still going up now. We 5 years deep. Wishing happy birthday to KBLA. Happy smiling, you did it with 5 years today. Congratulations, come on y'all, let's celebrate. Happy birthday to KBLA. Happy birthday
See website for details. MyFastCash.com is not a lender and does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
The mechanic called. The repair's going to be $750.
Oh, we got rent and the car payment. On top of groceries, gas, and other bills. We don't have an extra $750 right now.
We could try MyFastCash.com. When short on expenses, you can go to MyFastCash.com and can get money as soon as the next day.
MyFastCash.com.
Yes, they can connect you to one of the largest lender networks, and you can get a loan even with bad credit. We could be approved for up to $5,000 fast.
$5,000? That must be a long process.
Nope, approval can happen in just a few minutes right from your phone, and funds could hit our account by tomorrow.
If you have a regular source of income and a bank account, you could be approved for up to $5,000, even with bad credit history. And the cash can hit your bank account the next day.
Honey, I'm going to myfastcash.com right now.
Thank goodness.
If you need extra cash, go to myfastcash.com. That's myfastcash.com. myfastcash.com.
Loan availability, approval, and funding times vary. Terms apply.
This November, you'll decide who leads California. So shouldn't you hear directly from the people asking for your vote? Join us for California Voices, a political town hall and ballot forum, Saturday, October 3rd, 2026. Meet candidates running for governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, and other major statewide and local offices, including Mayor of Los Angeles, city attorney, and LA County Sheriff. Get clear, nonpartisan breakdowns of the propositions on your November ballot, both sides, no spin. And ask your questions directly, in real conversation, face to face. California Voices is brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the Empowerment Congress, giving you the information you need before you vote. Mark your calendar, Saturday, October 3rd, 2026, California Voices. Follow KBLA 1580 for details and download the KBLA 1580 app. Your vote, your voice. Be there.
Let's do this.
Every vote matters. Every voice counts. And between now and November, the decisions made in Washington, Sacramento, and here at home in Los Angeles will shape the future of your family and your community. Don't leave it to chance, and don't leave it to guesswork. KBLA Talk 1580 is your source for the political conversations that matter most. Real talk, real insight, right here. KBLA Talk 1580. The place for politics.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DePrima on First Things First.
Saharah Ali is still with me. I'm holding her, making her stay with me, hold my hand through the Mercury retrograde. I don't know if you heard, I think it was about a week ago, we had Captain Tyrone. People know him from Survivor, Captain Tyrone Davis. Anyway, he has something called Lifeaholic, and they're doing their man talk, which is emotional regulation, the power between trigger and response. It is tomorrow night, and you can find, I told him I would let folks know. So it's at Lifeaholic with a K, lifeaholic.com. He also does man yoga. So let's see. Oh, I guess they're having an everybody yoga, soulful summer yoga. So all of these things are good. That doesn't start till July 9th, but the man talk is tomorrow night. And thinking about it, we were talking about it off the air, how a lot of times for men dealing with this emotional energy of the, all of this Cancer season energy and then the full moon and all of that, we process with our girlfriends, but they don't always do that, right?
Right, but this is the gift of a Capricorn full moon, which is all about the masculine and the masculine getting in touch with their feelings. And I won't say feelings because men, it's to get a masculine to talk about their feelings, you don't say how do you feel, you say what do you think, and they'll tell you everything or what is your opinion. Because they use a different language. They want to solve problems. They want to fix things. They want to make the feminine happy. And so this setup astrologically with this Capricorn full moon opposite the sun in Cancer, it's giving them not only intellectual clarity, but emotional clarity. And it's anchored in that intellectual energy that they can feel free to discuss what their opinion is, what their emotions are, and not feel like they're being wimpy because they've intellectualized the emotional process. And in that intellectual choice, they then can speak their truth and they can become vulnerable because it's a safe space.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad the brothers are doing that kind of stuff. It's it's important. It's important for us, all of us, to move forward, right, together in that sense.
And it's important not to judge what we feel. If we don't honor our feelings, if we don't emote, then we create stagnation, and then we create dis-ease or disharmony in our mind, our body, and our spirit. And, we're in a tumultuous time, so everybody is feeling some kind of way. And I'm really glad that we can have a saying like, I'm in my feelings. And so it's easy for anybody to say, man, woman, it's like, I'm in my feelings. And so, okay, we respect that. And how can I support you by being in your feelings? I think that's a great, term to carry. And that way you don't have any problems and you don't have any shame, because then you're acknowledging, I'm feeling something. You're going to feel something. You can feel anger. You can feel happiness. You can feel peace of mind. You can feel like slapping somebody upside the head, but you're all up in your feelings, which allows you to be vulnerable, which gives attention, so then you can express what's going on inside of you instead of bottling it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's great. And I think it's great that there is a lot of openness in the masculine right now to embrace not only yoga, but changing the diet and reframing who they want to be and what they want to stand for. I think it is important that we honor and celebrate that and thank the masculine for holding the space like that, because there's a lot going on, and just the whole vibration of disrespect that's in the air. It is hard. Like I had a couple of guys in my office yesterday, and they were talking about, how they feel safe in my environment, but they feel safe because they feel heard. And so with the masculine, it's important that we hear them. And even if we don't agree with them, to give them an opportunity to have a voice.
Yeah. To listen and make space. Yeah. Well, I mean, your husband, your brilliant husband, Rashid Gibri, is also one of those men who's created that space, because he's been a pioneer in the meditation, a transcendental meditation space and counseling and all of those things. So you guys are making space for others by creating that model, I think.
Yeah,
so,
and it's really
so thank
great
you guys.
that...
Thank you, hubby and wifey, on this Black Marriage Monday.
Yeah, we are a partner, because he has the clinical dynamic of therapy and counseling, and I have the intuitive, spiritual receipts to match whatever it is that he's coming up with from the DSM, that mental book. It's like, okay, this is in the DSM, but this is in their auric space right now. So, I'm glad we match on this.
Yeah, and but you guys both meditate. Like he's in the clinical, you're in the intuitive, but both of you guys can meet on the meditation space, in the meditation room.
Meditation manifests in various ways. The Buddhists believe that wherever you have a focus, that is a form of meditation. So meditation could be washing your car, walking the dog, washing dishes, and meditation is just keeping the mind single and giving yourself an opportunity to ruminate and let go or reframe or process, or just to calm down and to listen to the wisdom within you and to connect to your innate wholeness. Eating can be a meditation. And so it's just where you put the energy or the emotion that's behind the focus that you're dealing with. I mean, you being on the air, that's a meditation. People hearing your voice, it's a soothing dynamic. It's a form of meditation. It's just how they process it.
And us being able to, like you say, be singular in our focus. We got to go. It's time for news, traffic, and sports. Saharah Ali, thank you so very much. If you want to connect with Saharah for your own reading or sound bath, sound healing, 213-628-9783, 628-9783. Phone lines are wide open, by the way, here on KBLA Talk 1580.
A safe place to go loud. A great place for progressive politics. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News Now. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani says Democratic Socialists can get elected anywhere across the country. Mamdani appeared on ABC's This Week after 3 candidates he endorsed won their primary congressional election races.
I think we are seeing a hunger that is not just felt by New Yorkers, but frankly by Americans from coast to coast for a new kind of politics, one that puts working people at the heart of it.
Republicans have sought to use Mamdani's success and Democratic Socialist leanings to suggest the party is only growing more radical. Rescue efforts continue in Venezuela as officials fear the death toll will continue to rise from Wednesday's massive earthquakes. More than 1,400 people are confirmed dead. And the Wimbledon Championship will begin today at the All England Club, with Serena Williams returning in singles. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Busy night? Stonefire Grill makes dinner easy with the family 4-pack. A complete meal for 4 with chicken, pizza, pasta, salad, and breadsticks. All for just $49. Order today at stonefiregrill.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
If you're planning to watch Serena Williams' first singles match in 4 years, you're going to have to be up early or take some time away from work. Serena's first round match at Wimbledon is scheduled for Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. ESPN will have live coverage. Serena is facing Maya Joint of Australia. Joint is 24 years younger than Serena. The 44-year-old Compton native is making a comeback after retiring from tennis in 2022. The Dodgers beat San Diego Sunday 4-2. The Dodgers took 2 out of 3 from the Padres in San Diego. They increased their lead in the NL West to 10 games. Dodgers shortstop Mookie Betts was 2 for 4 at the plate. Betts delivered a 2-run single with the bases loaded. In the last 10 games, Betts is batting .366 with 15 hits and 9 RBIs. The Dodgers are 5-1 on their current road trip. They start a 3-game series tonight in Sacramento against the A's. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Our voices aren't the minority opinion.
They're the American conscience.
This is KBLA Talk 1580.
This is America.
Gas prices got you down. LADWP customers get a rebate of up to $4,000 when you buy a used electric or plug-in hybrid vehicle. Installing an EV charger at your home? Get a rebate for that too, up to $1,500. Visit ladwp.com/EV today and start saving. That's ladwp.com/EV. Going to a World Cup match in LA this summer? Ditch the parking stress and ride Metro. With direct service from across LA County, it's the easy way to get there for just $1.75 each way.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is connecting you with services and solutions. Domestic violence and family violence is when someone in an intimate or family relationship tries to gain or maintain power and control over another through a wide range of abusive behaviors. Every single act may amount to abuse. Abuse can take on various forms: psychological and emotional, physical and economic, and sexual abuse. The Genesee Center Incorporated is a nationally recognized nonprofit domestic violence prevention and intervention organization, housing women and children from 30 days up to 2 years through emergency and transitional shelters. The Genesee Center also provides support services like mental health counseling, life skills classes, computer training, job referrals, after-school programs for children, field trips, tutoring, and comprehensive receive direct legal services. If you need help or you'd like to donate or volunteer, call the Genesee Hotline, 1-800-479-7328. That's 1-800-479-7328, or visit Genesee.org. Everyone has the right to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580. We don't tell you what to think, just what to think about.
Don't be anxious or confused about AI. Take control of your career when you get the skills to tackle real business problems and design specialized solutions. HR Dive reported that entry-level talent with applied AI credentials can receive up to a 25% salary boost. But where do you find training that you can trust? Future-proof your career and deliver more value with Humans Lead the Way AI. Their hybrid learning courses use practical definitions, real-world examples, and strategic insights to help you and your team understand AI with confidence. No magic, no hacks, no shortcuts. Just practical knowledge that helps you use AI more successfully. Don't wait. AI can never replace people who know how to use it well. Register for courses today at humansleadtheway.com. That's humansleadtheway.com.
You know him, you trust him, and now the whole nation is taking notice. Talkers Magazine, the Bible of talk radio, has ranked Tavis Smiley number 14 on their prestigious Heavy 100 list. 100 voices, the most important in all of talk radio. Tavis has moved from number 45 to number 33 to number 16, and now he's in the top 15, right here on your station. His is one of the most trusted, credible, and reliable voices in broadcast media today. Straight, no chaser, always. Tavis brings you the conversations that matter, the newsmakers, the truth tellers, the voices that don't get heard anywhere else. Weekdays on this station. This is what it sounds like when your community has a seat at the table.
Broadcasting live from Leimert Park, USA. Welcome back to your home for unapologetically progressive radio, KBLA Talk 1580.
So baby Cohen Wiley, the 1-year-old who was murdered by Mississippi police, has been laid to rest. It's happened in Senatobia, Mississippi. Baby Cohen's funeral was Saturday. Visitation was Friday. It was a beautiful, beautiful service. I didn't get to go. Obviously, I was not in Mississippi, but I watched videotape from that. They had a beautiful white little coffin, and it was just the saddest thing ever to see little baby Cohen laid to rest. And there was quite a bit of protesting as well at the Walmart there this weekend, and the march that happened throughout Senatobia. Senatobia Walmart is quote-unquote temporarily shut down because of those protests, but still has not released their videotape. And it's crazy because I posted a little tribute to baby Cohen because my heart was hurting for him. And there were so many racist trolls that jumped on there saying horrible things, that the mom took the baby on a crime spree. Now, I grant you, like Miles always reminds me, those could be bots. They might not even be actual humans. But the fact that people would say such terrible things and Walmart wouldn't feel compelled to quickly release the tape showing that the mama wasn't doing anything, that her friend wasn't doing anything. The mom has the receipt showing the parking lot footage, which will obviously show that the car was not driving toward the cop, because how can you shoot into the side of a vehicle if it is driving towards you, as Attorney Ben Crump rightly pointed out. The cop shot into the passenger door of a moving vehicle, murdering a 1-year-old baby. Baby Cohen has now been laid to rest, but the family is asking that people boycott Walmart, all Walmarts, not just the Senatobia one, which has been temporarily shut down, but all of them. an organization called Building Bridges, along with Black Lives Matter Grassroots, which had chapters coming from all over the country to mourn baby Cohen. They're asking for accountability for every single officer involved, not just the shooter, not just the trigger man, and a full independent investigation into baby Cohen's death, the release of the body cam footage and the Walmart footage, all of it, unedited and unredacted. So, tell a lawmaker, tell a Walmart, tell a friend. I think that we are the ones that bring justice. We are the ones that bring attention. We are the ones that bring movement. Whatever your lane is, write a letter, make a call, do a march, make a post, all of the above. So the U.S. Supreme Court is on a tear as they sort of wind up their season of decisions. Trump was trying to get out of paying that $5 million civil judgment to E. Jean Carroll after he was convicted of sexually assaulting her and defaming her. The Supreme Court said, "Nah, we're not gonna review that case." So they didn't rule that he had to pay or he didn't have to pay, but by saying they won't take it up, the judgment stands. So the $5 million, he's going to have to pony that up. There's another case where he was told to pay $83.3 million, and that could end up in front of them too. And so who knows what they'll do. But for now, that's a win for E. Jean Carroll and victims of sexual assault everywhere. This is a really important and, in the palate refreshing good news department, they have ruled that states can use mail-in ballots and they can be counted as long as they are postmarked by Election Day, which is what we do here in California, which is why, before this primary, I kept saying, get your ballot in early, get your ballot in early, get your ballot in early, because if the extreme court had ruled the other way, they might have tried to undermine or invalidate the results of this election based on the fact that we in California allow votes to be counted as long as they're postmarked by Election Day. The Supreme Court apparently agreed. They batted down a Republican National Committee challenge, and they said states can count mail-in ballots that arrive after Election Day as long as they're postmarked properly. But it was a close call, 5-4. And the reason I say it with disbelief is because states are supposed to have jurisdiction over elections. I know Trump wants to federalize them so he can have Elon meddle in them, but states are meant to have control of their own elections. So the fact that it's 5-4 is really quite pathetic. But nevertheless, we'll take it. It's a victory. 5-4. It's a near miss, but it's still a victory. And it means we don't have to go through a whole bunch of drama and BS or before this November election around whether we can even use mail-in ballots and when and where they're allowed to be used. So that's good, because the Mississippi case settles the situation in 13 other states, including California, that have these kinds of laws. It means we're good for November when it comes to that. And it also upholds the idea, which I believe this president will probably challenge at some point, that states control their own elections. The feds don't get to come in and meddle. They don't get to dictate terms. They don't get to move ballot boxes. They do not get to move drop-offs. They have to stand down. At least that's where we are so far. Also got a little bit more of a nuanced decision around Lisa Cook, the Federal Reserve Board of Governors member, and whether or not Trump has the right to fire her. We'll get into that when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
Listen up, KBLA delegation. We have something you need to hear. Right now, you may qualify for low-cost home internet. And we're not talking about a catch. This is real. Many internet service providers offer low-cost internet plans if anyone in your household is enrolled in CalFresh, Medi-Cal, SSI, or is income eligible. There are a lot of families in our community who deserve to be connected. Here's all you do. Call 844-461-7893. That's the Get Connected call center. Real people ready to help you enroll today. Or go online to internetforallnow.org to find a provider near you. You may also qualify for a low-cost computer through Human IT. Connectivity is not a luxury. In 2026, it's a necessity. And you deserve access just like everybody else. Call 844-461-7893. That's 844-461-7893. KBLA's got you. If you missed any of this, you can always go to our website at KBLA1580.com. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 in partnership with the California Emerging Technology Fund, CETF.
Please be advised. You may want to stop eating the following foods immediately: broccoli, kale, bean sprouts, blueberries, quinoa, spinach.
Wait, what? I thought those were good for me.
Turns out, not for everyone. Because what's healthy for one person can cause inflammation for another. And the only way to really know what your body needs is to listen to it.
Listen how?
That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that looks at your body's real-time biology using RNA to understand what's happening inside you right now. When your results come in, you'll learn exactly which foods to eat, which to avoid, and which supplements are right for you, all based on the world's largest RNA-based human biology database and thousands of clinical research studies. And many people who use Viome report more energy, better digestion, and a better mood within months. So stop guessing. Start knowing. Learn more at viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase. Viome. Trust your gut.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
It's never too early to start talking about money in realistic ways with your kids. JP Morgan Chase navigates how to educate your kids now about creating long-lasting, healthy money habits. Whether your kids are in elementary school, high school, or college, now is a great time to start a conversation about ways to create healthy money habits as they grow, ultimately benefiting their financial future. Talking about money in a realistic way to support your kids' lifestyle and dreams, your first banking account geared towards high school or college. It's never too early. Explaining the basics, what you earn and what you spend, building financial confidence starts with getting organized. Learning and practicing vital money skills now will stay with them for life. Tools they will have to stay on top of their finances and achieve their goals. This segment is sponsored by JP Morgan Chase.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate meets a scholarly match.
Okay, so this decision about whether or not Trump can fire someone from the Federal Reserve Board of Governors is nuanced. And the reason I say that is that the SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States, did say that the president cannot fire Lisa Cook, that he has to leave her alone while he tries to target her for mortgage fraud, which is what he says about every single person he wants to fire. It's automatically mortgage fraud. That she can stay on the job while she fights that, and if she's convicted of mortgage fraud, that's different, but he doesn't have the right to fire her. The bad news, though, is that they have overturned a decision called Humphrey's Executor, I think it's called, which means that they have now given presidents of the United States and this resident the right to fire heads of agencies like the Food and Drug Administration, the Environmental Protection Agency, the Department of Education. He can just do his apprentice routine and go, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. That has never been the norm. There was a decision that decision, Humphreys actually specifically limited executive authority to fire agency heads. They were supposed to have cause. They couldn't just willy-nilly. And I think it's important because what that means is now he can just fire people and put in the equivalent of an RFK. Excuse me. He can put in the equivalent of an RFK because anyone that doesn't fit his agenda, he can now just dismiss them. So this is actually not the win that it looks like. It's actually a setback, I think. It expands presidential power, executive authority, to where they can just willy-nilly fire department heads, the Department of Labor, the agencies that regulate our food, our water, our natural resources. And that's all bad when you have someone like Trump in the White House. Yes, it carves out one little tiny exception, which is the Federal Reserve. So they weren't willing to go quite that far, but they went pretty doggone far. So although the headline is Trump can't fire Lisa Cook, the reality is that he can fire everybody else. So, well, I don't know if you'd call that nuance, but it's a whole problem, okay? And it tracks with what they've been doing, which is giving the president this sort of imperial godlike powers. Not only does he have immunity, which means he is above the law while he's in the White House, which is crazy. Nobody is meant to be above the law. But according to this extreme court, our resident is above the law. Now he's got willy-nilly firing powers over agency heads. And so they're creeping out the expansion of what the president can do. And he's already governing in an authoritarian fascist style of governance. So the more they expand his power, the more he can be that dictator on day one of his wildest dreams. That's where we are. That's what we're doing right now in this country. Oh, we're going to have to expand these courts, or we might have to have a revolution. I don't know. Going to have to do something mighty big to undo the damage that's been done in the last 18 months. Remember Jake Lang, the right-wing activist who was out in Texas saying Carmelo Anthony should be swinging from a tree? Well, he was in LA yesterday. Let you know what he was up to when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Thanks for starting your morning off with a voice that speaks truth to power and the powerless, getting to the heart of what matters most in our community. This is where authentic conversation meets real action. From breaking news and politics to culture and community solutions, this is where you hear perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. This is where we come together, get informed, and make change happen. You're inside First Things First with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Good morning, sunshine. You make my day.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The midterm elections are upon us. It is voting season once again. Common Cause's motto is fighting for the democracy we deserve. In service of that goal, Common Cause puts its state and national policy expertise, massive network of grassroots supporters, and nonpartisan approach into action to strengthen our democracy against the challenges we face today. They work at every level of government on priorities that impact each of our lives, like defending the right to vote, limiting big money's influence on our elections, holding public officials accountable, and more. Common Cause is a nonpartisan grassroots organization dedicated to upholding the core values of American democracy. They seek to empower all people to make their voices heard in the political process. This election may be the most important one ever. If you'd like to make a donation or volunteer in service to the Constitution, please visit commoncause.org. That's commoncause.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate meets a scholarly match.
Yeah, so this guy, I guess he's now an influencer or whatever. He was one of the January 6th attempted coup people, insurrectionists. And he was outside of the Carmelo Anthony trial, saying that the teenager should be hung from a tree, calling for lynching, and all kinds of racist rhetoric, calling protesters their N-words and all kinds of other terrible things. Well, he decided to come visit us here in LA to the BET Awards last night. And he was outside the venue with signs that said black parents are failures and support the death penalty. Him and his friends had placards, one that called for the death penalty for gay people, rapists, murderers, and pedophiles. And to me, if you're looking for rapists, murderers, and pedophiles, you should have been on the other coast, outside the White House, not at the BET Awards. But he had an FAFO, as in F around and find out moment. He posted on Twitter crying, acting like he was attacked. I've seen a lot of footage from this. No one attacked him, but they were surrounding him and challenging him to go away. He claims someone broke a bottle on his face, but no charges have been filed. And if anyone had done anything like that, you know he would have ran to the police. Instead, he ran away from the counter-protesters like a little punk bee. And he was crying wah wah on Twitter. I was just nearly murdered by a violent black mob outside the BET Awards. They ganged up on us like a pack of wild hyenas. Little scary bee. Don't come over here. Don't come to DTLA. Don't come to Black LA looking for trouble. And then cry on Elon Musk's internet that you got scared and ran away. If someone broke a bottle on your face, you would be filing charges. No charges have been filed. The LAPD has never been shy about arresting, beating up, and murdering black people. So if they had any excuse because your little white supremacist behind actually got injured, trust and believe they would have done so. But they did not. In fact, what happened to you was you were scared off. People were mad dogging you, telling you to go away and lunging at you without touching you. That's what the video I saw showed. And it scared you, so you ran. You effed around and found out. This is LA, buddy. We may be the South, but we ain't the deep South. And we don't play about our people. People try to People try to say that there's no black people in LA, but those are people who are not from LA. We only have 8% of the population, but that's 8% of 4 million, buddy. That's a whole bunch of people. It's nothing to be toyed with. He was out there supposedly protesting about Carmelo Anthony at the BET Awards, which makes no sense except for that us shining and having fun and displaying our talent, our contribution, our creativity, our love, our joy. Oh, that hurts his feelings. That bothers the white supremacists. They don't mind profiting off of it. They don't mind, everybody want to be black till the police come. They don't mind living in the prosperous America that's been created by black arts and culture and innovation and civil rights and justice, moral leadership, all of those things that have allowed America to thrive and be what it is. They like to benefit and profit off that. But to see us enjoying it, reveling in our own creative genius, oh, that's a trigger. Well, come get triggered all you want to, but I suggest you do it quietly and far away from places where we gather. Yes, indeed, Mr. Lang had an FAFO moment. This is not the Deep South. It may be Southern, but it's not the Deep South. And we will Deep Six your racist behind. On that note, time to lighten up a little. It's time for Black Marriage Monday. We're going to have a fun conversation. Adele Harrison, comedian and matchmaker now, is here. And her friend King James is with her. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can find your person. That's next on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News Now. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani says Democratic Socialists can get elected anywhere across the country. Mamdani appeared on ABC's This Week after 3 candidates he endorsed won their primary congressional election races.
I think we are seeing a hunger that is not just felt by New Yorkers, but frankly by Americans from coast to coast for a new kind of politics, one that puts working people at the heart of it.
Republicans have sought to use Mamdani's success and Democratic Socialist leanings to suggest the party is only growing more radical. Rescue efforts continue in Venezuela as officials fear the death toll will continue to rise from Wednesday's massive earthquakes. More than 1,400 people are confirmed dead. And the Wimbledon Championship will begin today at the All England Club with Serena Williams returning in singles. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Busy night? Stonefire Grill makes dinner easy with the family 4-pack. A complete meal for 4 with chicken, pizza, pasta, salad, and breadsticks. All for just $49. Order today at stonefiregrill.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
If you're planning to watch Serena Williams' first singles match